Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Today we're going to have a look at the market cap again, see where we are in relation to the cycle across the entire crypto market cap. Then we're going to have a look at some specific articles relating to Bitcoin and some positive news from that. We're going to be looking at some Shiba Inu news, and we're also going to have a look at and discuss 5 Metaverse coins you may be interested in. All that right after this. Okay everyone, we're just having a look at the heat map for the day. At the moment we're in all pretty much red day. Even though it's a red day, the market has moved up strongly over the last 7 days. So today we're having a bit of a bounce down, which is perfectly normal, hopefully before the next rise. A few coins worth mentioning that are up a fair bit. So Mana is one. Theta is up a lot. We'll go and have a look at Theta in a moment as well, but pretty much everything else is down. Having a look at our crypto price charts now. Again, this is at coinmarketcap.com. You can go and have a look for this yourself. We can see here that for the last 7 days, which is probably the time frame I look at the most, we can see that pretty much generally, even though we've got a down day today, the market is up. Avalanche up a nice 30%, XRP up a beautiful nearly 35% there. Bitcoin and Ethereum both up respectively there nicely. What have we got here? Shiba Inu up a whopping 46%, and we'll cover some news articles about Shiba Inu in a moment. But fairly good across the board. It looks like we've had some nice moves up over the last 7 days. Pretty much most coins are up for the last 7 days. Theta Network obviously is up 44%. Sandbox is up 22%. So a pretty strong day and a pretty strong week over the entire market cap. Let's go ahead now and have a look at our cycles here. We'll just see where we're at. We'll go to current market cap. Now, in the last video I did speak about the fact that we needed to break through both the 1.778 resistance level and the 1.866 resistance level, which is represented by the orange line and the purple line on your screen. We have now done that, which is great to see. So the market's really bullish at the moment. And in respect to our 25 to 31 day cycle, we are in a very what we call a bull phase of this current 30-day cycle. So for those that have seen my previous videos, you know that this cycle is made up of 3 cycles of 10 days each. We are now in the final part of that 30-day cycle, and pretty much it's gone up or bullish since it began back on the 24th of January. So on the 24th of January, we had a low there of around about 1.489 trillion, and we've moved up to a high. The total high there was just over 2 trillion. So it moved up really nicely. It's coming back down. I suspect before this cycle ends, it'll either find support at the $1.866 trillion mark. It may fall a bit below that, and come back down to the $1.778 trillion mark as well, but time will tell and we'll see how that goes. But overall, it's looking very bullish at the moment, which is really great to see. We'll just have to see where that goes and how that evolves over the next couple of days. Now, having a look at some articles in the market, just to maybe give you some, comfort about where others are seeing the market at the moment. So this article came out a little while ago. It's from Wells Fargo, which is a huge bank in the States, and they're saying it's still early. Wells Fargo issues a huge Bitcoin and Ethereum price prediction as extreme volatility hits BNB, Solana, Cardano, and XRP. It goes on to say that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have had a huge boom in 2021, with the combined crypto market exploding from under 1 trillion to around about 3 trillion. Now remember, at the moment we're sitting just above 2 trillion. Just below 2 trillion. So it's gone from 1 trillion to 3 trillion, with some predicting that market could grow much further. Now, banking giant Wells Fargo has predicted the global crypto adoption could soon hit hyperinflation point, adding it's still very early in the cryptocurrency investment evolution. So that's some very positive news from a major bank in the States there to consider as well. Now, another news article in the market is this one here. Strong Bitcoin and stocks rally position bulls for victory in Friday's $860 million options expiry. So pretty much what it's saying is that Bitcoin bulls have a good reason to celebrate the 22% gain in the past week. The price is pushing towards 46,000, and to the surprise of many, the 43,000 level held steady despite the volatility caused by the United States inflation data, which was released around about a week or so ago, which we covered in previous articles. Bitcoin is still a risky asset, but price is discounted. So that's really interesting. So even though things have been a bit volatile, they recognize that the cost of Bitcoin at the moment for one Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin, whatever you want to purchase, is still relatively cheap. The article goes on to say that considering the S&P 500 is only 5% shy of its all-time high, Bitcoin's recent strength should not come as a surprise. Curiously, the put option instruments dominated the February 11 expiry date, but the bears were caught by surprise after Bitcoin price stabilized above $43,000 this week. A broader view using the call to put ratio shows a 14% average to Bitcoin bears because the 400 million call option or call instruments have a smaller open interest versus the 460 million put options. So, however, this, if you're not into options or understanding options, don't worry about it. This is still good news. So pretty much, I'll just finish this article. However, the 0.86 call to put indicator is deceptive because most bearish bets will become worthless, which is very true. For example, if Bitcoin's price remains above 44,000, only $55 million worth of those put options will be available. That effect happens because there is no value in the right to sell Bitcoin at $40,000 if it's trading already above that level. So aside from, I understand that many people may not understand what a put option is or a call option is. It doesn't really matter. Basically, it's good news for the bullish sentiment in the market, particularly when it comes to Bitcoin. But as we know, the whole market is tied generally to the movement of Bitcoin because it's such a large player and a dominant player in the marketplace. When Bitcoin moves, the rest of the market tends to follow. But it's a very good positive article there. If you're looking at getting some Bitcoin, now might be a good time to do it. It's certainly cheap enough. Let's go have a quick look at Bitcoin and see where we're at the moment. Oops, that's Bitcoin Cash. So you can see here, what's interesting to note is that this graph looks very similar to the total market cap. If we just change it there, despite all my indicators on the chart in front of you, you can see the actual bar graph though looks very similar. So that's the total market cap we've got in front of us now, and that's the Bitcoin market at the moment. So it's gone from a low of just above 32,000, all the way up to 45,000, and it's come back nicely and sitting along this resistance band here. As I said, Bitcoin and the rest of the market will probably follow suit and will come back and rest or find some support on this section here before heading off further north, hopefully. Again, just my interpretation only. It is not investment advice. Now, also in the news, I just wanted to cover this. I haven't done a news article on Shiba Inu for a while. I thought I might as well do it because it's, I certainly hold it, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to develop into the future and what they're going to do to sort of stand out from the other meme coins that are out there. So this article came out a little while ago, only 15 hours ago actually. Newbie Shiba Inu bites back and gains 25% versus Dogecoin in February. Now, Shiba Inu is now the 13th largest cryptocurrency, with its market valuation sitting near 18 billion, right behind its rival meme cryptocurrency Dogecoin, worth roughly 20 billion. But despite falling behind the ranks, Shiba's price has outperformed Doge in 2022. February has seen a sharp recovery for the Shiba-Doge pair, in particular rising over 38% month to date. As a result, Shiba Inu gained more than 50% month to date against the United States dollar versus Dogecoin's 11%, as shown in the chart below. So what's driving this is probably the question you want to ask yourself as an investor, whether you're investing in it or whether you're looking to invest into Dogecoin or another meme coin. It's always about what the meaning is behind certain moves that are happening. So I'm glad you asked that question. The article goes on to say on basically what Shiba Inu are doing, just to summarize this before I keep reading the article, is that they are trying to partner with as many people that will want to partner with them as they possibly can. So we can see here that Welly's adoption burn party, other bullish catalysts. Now, we don't have Welly's fast food chain in Australia. I've never heard of it before. But on February the 3rd, Welly's Burgers and French Fries announced a tie-up with Shiba Inu, and in doing so, the firm decided to rebrand its stores to integrate the Shiba Inu themed products, including non-fungible tokens featuring their mascot dog's imageries. And we can see here a tweet that went out on Twitter, and there's the Shiba Inu meme with the Welly's chip packet. Welly's customers were able to buy their products using Shiba tokens while participating in their food chain's expansion via Shiba Inu's decentralized autonomous organization, Doggy DAO. A day after the announcement, Shiba Inu priced by 7%. So that's interesting because what they're doing is they're noticing that each time they partner with a provider that everyone knows or a partner that everyone knows, their prices tend to spike, which is good. On the February the 5th, a day before the big Shiba Inu rally, crypto company Bigger Entertainment announced a massive coin burn involving Shiba tokens on Valentine's Day, effectively removing 126 million SHIB from circulation. So what that means is if you're going to be burning the coins through gas fees or whatever else you might be, however you might be burning them, what you're doing is you're actually limiting the supply. You're shortening the supply chain of a certain product, and that therefore it can become more valuable. So that's a good thing if you're currently holding Shiba coins, knowing that there'll be a burn that'll happen on the 14th of Feb, so next Monday for us if you're in Australia, and 162 million Shiba coins will disappear from circulation. On that same day, Singaporean blockchain solutions firm Unification, which has previously worked with Amazon and Google, announced that it had been engaging with Shiba Inu creators to develop a layer 2 solution called Shibarium, optimized for gaming. So Shiba have got a lot of projects on the table that they're working through at the moment, and they're partnering pretty much with anybody. Now, there's this other article that came out also a little earlier in the month. I never really covered it, but I think now's the right time to do it. It talks about here's what Shiba Inu is doing right and others are getting wrong. But effectively, again, the article's relating to the fact that the Shiba are really going out there and trying to promote themselves and partner with as many companies as possible. Towards the end of November, Shiba Inu collaborated with William David Evolk, the game creator and former vice president of technology at Activision, regarding a play-to-earn non-fungible token game. The game, originally dubbed the Oshiverse, is set to be the newest and most notable extension to the Shiba Inu ecosystem. So it goes on, the article goes on to talk a bit about that. I'm not going to go through the whole article, but further on down here, we can see that Champion Sportswear gets requests to launch Shiba Inu line of t-shirts. And they've got a sample of what they might look like on the screen here in front of you. And the article goes on to say Champion, the US sportswear brand, is receiving requests to launch a Shiba Inu themed collection of t-shirts. Shiba Inu investors are on a mission to tap every large company and get them to collaborate with the meme token. From Robinhood to Amazon and Netflix, not a day passes where SHIB enthusiasts are knocking on the doors on social media. Robinhood listing SHIB reached a fever pitch at the top of the trading platform found hard to ignore. Similarly, its top executives are unable to escape any given interview without talking about a SHIB listing. The new addition is Champion Clothing's. For instance, the firm is now receiving requests on social media to launch a series of Shiba Inu themed t-shirts. So it just goes to show that the Shiba Inu army and the people who work for Shiba Inu are pushing hard to get this to become more and more popular and to align with as many recognizable brands as possible. So I think I did an article several months ago saying why Shiba Inu could get to 1 cent. Doing things like this is exactly the reason why. Now, remember, it doesn't always relate to price. So you'll see these news articles come out from time to time and there'll be no correlation to a price increase or a price decrease. Sometimes it takes a little while before momentum kicks off. But that's what part and parcel of investing and trading is. It's really just waiting for the market to pick up news articles or for certain coins to become more and more popular. Finally, I just wanted to talk about Decentraland. For those that probably do know, it's been advertised all over the internet, but the very first meta marriage happened on Decentraland earlier this week. So a Phoenix couple tied the knot with their digital identities this weekend in the first marriage to take place in the Metaverse. The wedding ceremony took place in Decentraland, complete with witnesses, a Supreme Court judge, official, and a virtual crowd of 2,000 guests on Saturday. So it just goes to show you how quickly people are adopting to the Metaverse universe. So now the article does go on to say that, look, despite it was the first metaverse marriage ever in the world, but despite that, it did have some issues with it. Some people couldn't log on. Some people, depending on where they were logging on from, what servers they were logging on to, and the speed of their own internet, some of them couldn't see the groom. Some could see the groom. Here's a snapshot here of what they saw as they approached the wedding venue. Welcome to Candace and Ryan's meta marriage. The article just goes on to say that we see the future of the metaverse as being truly decentralized and existing almost completely on the blockchain. So the future of marriages in the metaverse will not need to have a record of their marriage in the real world. That's the goal. And the reason for that is because everything's on the blockchain, is accessible on the blockchain. It's very possible that in years to come, you just think where things are now and where they might be in 10 years' time, you might be getting your digital marriage certificates as an NFT delivered through to you, something that can be validated and it's a one-off and is uniquely yours as well. So sky's the limit for the way the metaverse is going, that's for sure. Finally, we're just going to cover off this quick article here. This is from the VR Soldier. Sorry, I've been scrolling across. Top 5 metaverse crypto coins to watch that are below $10. And this article is interesting to me because of the 5 that they've listed, 3 are already in our portfolio. For those that have been subscribing to my channel for a while, you would know what they are. The first one, now this is ranked not in order of best buy, it's ranked in order of price. So Decentraland, at the time of this writing of this article, Decentraland was the cheapest of all of them. So the article just goes on to say the number 5 one is Mana or Decentraland at $3.31. Initially launched in February 2020, Decentraland is the highest value metaverse crypto coin with a market cap of over $6 billion. It features actually... What's really good here is for you to actually, what am I trying to say here? Okay, so for me, what's really important is that when I read an article like this, I don't just believe it. And I'm very happy for people to come and subscribe to the channel and to see what I do and how I do my research. But what's more important is that you learn how to do some of this research yourself. So just on this part of the article here, where it talks about Decentraland is the highest valued metaverse crypto coin with a market cap of over $6 billion. You really want to check your facts. So when you're reading this or an article like this, or somebody like me is reading an article to you, if you don't know that's real or not, if you don't know if that's factual, you really want to check your facts. So just to do this, let's just go over now back to the cryptocurrency prices. Again, this is at coinmarketcap.com. If you just go to that, it'll list all of the coins there. And what we want to do, we're talking about the metaverse, so we want to break it down via categories. So on the screen in front of you, you can see you've got different options up here: categories, DeFi, NFT, metaverse. We want to go to, you can go to metaverse or you can go to categories. Either will get you where you want to go. And here are all the categories, very similar to the stock market, where you've got banking and finance. You might have, healthcare and chemicals and mining, all that sort of stuff. You have different categories for different assets. The same is exactly the same with the cryptocurrency market. You've got a stack load of different categories that your coins may be in. Now, I've spoken about these categories before, and it is true that some of your coins may be in one or more categories because they may do several different things. But essentially, that's So that's where you would find them. So we're going to go up to Metaverse, click on Metaverse, and it should list all of the cryptocurrencies in order of market capitalization. So going back to our article now, it states that Decentraland is the highest valued crypto coin in the Metaverse with a market cap of over 6 billion. Now at the time of this article, oops, where am I going here? That's not right. We are going to this one here. We can see that Decentraland is actually number one on top Metaverse tokens by market capitalization, and its market cap, it's just under 6 billion. So at the time of writing, it might have been a bit more, but it's come down a little bit now, but it's still number one as far as its ranking goes by market capitalization underneath the Metaverse category. So that's just a good way for you to self-check some of the articles that come out. Not every article that is written with a good purpose or an intent in mind. There are plenty of articles out there that I've read and I've gone, you must be kidding. I'd go and do my own research, and it turns out that article is false. So always do your own research. So sorry to digress, but it's a good lesson if you're interested in it. So number 5 was Decentraland Mana at $3.31, and as you know, we've been promoting Decentraland on our crypto channel now for probably close to 6 to 12 months, something like that. Theta network, I've done numerous videos on the Theta network. I've been promoting this one for about 2.5 years. I think it's got a long way to go, and it's still very cheap at $3.52. It's a steal. It really cannot get it's still a bargain price as far as I'm concerned. Again, my investment opinion only. I'm certainly buying more of it as much as I possibly can every time I've got some spare money lying around. The Sandbox, again, that was a recent addition to our portfolio, probably around about 9 months ago now. And the other two it talks about, which I really don't know a lot about, is High Street at $6.17, and the other one is Avaxta's token. Again, I don't know a great deal about that one. It's not that they're going to be bad or good. There are so many different Metaverse tokens out nowadays, you can't keep up with all of them. But it's really nice to see that at least out of those 5, 3 of them were in our portfolio that we've been recommending for now, at least for the last 9 months. So again, do your own research, have a read of the articles. This one was on the vrsoldier.com. Actually not a bad website, really quick, fast news articles about anything with cryptocurrencies involved. So not a bad spot to pick up some free news as well. Well, that's it for this week's video. I hope your week's been good, and I hope your trades are good too. Take care of each other and yourselves, and we'll see you in about a fortnight's time. I'm taking a 4 weeks break now. We'll be back in a little while after some sun and sand and surf. Cheers.